Good morning, speakers. Good morning, everybody. A leader can be defined as someone who can organize a group of people to achieve a common goal. The goal of Student Council is to work with the student body, faculty, staff, and administration with a spirit of gentleness, joy, and peace. We look to student leadership to set a positive tone for the school and to help their fellow students feel they are part of the decision-making process regarding the activities that happen on our campus. We admire each of these young women running for office today. They have accepted the first role of leadership, having the courage to face you and ask for your vote. Elected or not elected, they are all winners. Each of these young women is seeking a leadership role. Please listen attentively and please cast your vote today for the candidates you feel will continue to unify SJA. I now turn the microphone over to Student Council President Tiffany Tran.
We will begin this assembly with prayer. I ask you to place yourself in God's presence. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Good and gracious God, we ask that you kindle our hearts the fire of servanthood. Let us always be reminded that at the heart of all leadership is a passion for serving others. Just as Jesus demonstrated humble love by washing the feet of his disciples, let us remember that to serve one another is to serve you. Help us to live out the charism of the Sisters of St. Joseph, that we work together to build Christ's kingdom through love, peace, and justice so that all may be one. We ask this through the intercession of St. Joseph, amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. My dearest SJA, I cannot believe that the time has come for me to give this speech. If you don't already know me, I'm Tiffany Tran. If you told me freshman year that I would be standing right here, right now, I'd probably laugh at you, but here I am. There are so many things that we missed due to the pandemic that I could list. It's hard not to think about the dances, mission trips, and regular lunches with our friends. But instead, I'm going to talk about what we were able to experience. Think about everything you've done over the past 4, 3, 2, or even 1 year here. The friendships you've built and the memories you've created are incomparable to anything else. Many of us were still able to experience the joy of school dances, fun days, stage dining, football games, challenge week, and so much more. Everything has changed the way we do things, and we may hate it, but it's out of our control. So what we can do, and what we have been doing, is to make the best out of each moment. We still laugh with our friends, learn new things in class, spend time with our families, and simply take advantage of what we are still able to enjoy. Despite the pandemic cutting my junior year short and changing the entirety of my senior year, I would not change anything in the slightest. I am beyond grateful for my 4 years here at SJA. Stickers, each of you inspires me every day. SJA has shaped me into the person I am today, and I owe it to many people who have supported me as student body president. First, to my mom, my dad, and my brothers. I would not have been able to do anything without my family. Thank you for supporting me and teaching me what it means to be sacrificial, kind, and selfless. To the administration, faculty, and staff, you are what makes SJA such an amazing atmosphere. You care for each student and encourage us to be our best selves. Thank you for your patience, love, and dedication to this school. To the freshman Flamingos, I know you had the craziest first year of high school, but it's easy to say that you guys rock. You were able to learn your way around St. Joseph's despite not having a normal freshman year. I'm so jealous that you all have another 3 years. Please trust me when I say it flies by, so do not take it for granted. I can't wait for you to continue experiencing SJA and all it has to offer, so be sure to take advantage of it. To the sophomore Bs, next year, you will become upperclassmen. You may have heard that junior year is hard, but it is still so much fun. You are one step closer to being at the top. Continue to make new friends and do things you may have not been so comfortable with before, like joining new clubs. You never know who you'll meet and what you'll learn. To the Junior Turtles, I can't believe y'all will be seniors and wearing red shirts. That is so exciting and something I wish I could experience again. You all are now leaders of SJA, and I can tell by the school spirit your class has shown over the years that you will lead SJA so well. Every day here is valuable, and I can't wait to see what you've accomplished. And to my Dolphin sisters, the senior class of 2021. I truly cannot express with words how much I have loved these past 4 years with you all. We are such an amazing class. We started as little baby freshmen, and now we are graduating in a month. We have been through so many hardships together, yet we still managed to achieve so much. I'm so glad we are able to gather here today. You all are some of the most talented, kind, intelligent, funniest, and loving girls I have ever met. As seniors during the pandemic, we still managed to show out this year, and I know graduation will be such a bittersweet goodbye. As we start a brand new chapter of our lives, I hope we continue to stay in touch, because the friendships we have built together are truly so special. To the student council moderators, Ms. Spears and Ms. Flandez, thank you. You are amazing role models, and thank you for leading student council through such a difficult year and devoting your time to all of us. Your dedication fuels our love for SJA. To student council, my girls, I love you. Being on council the past 4 years has been such a blessing. I've enjoyed all that we've planned in the past: retreats, birthday cupcakes, fun days, meetings, class cup, and countless other experiences. Your work may be behind the scenes, but it does not go unnoticed. JUCO is an inspiration to all, and I hope you continue spreading your school spirit and love for SJA. And especially to my senior reps, you are the best group of girls ever. We have had so much fun together, and I'm extremely sad it's ending. Thank you for always showing me love, and you guys never fail to make me smile. To the best STUCO board, Shobi, Blake, and Anna Michael, my team. We have been through so much stress during this crazy year, but it always ended up working out. Being on exec with y'all this year was incredible, and I could not have done anything without the three of you. Thank you so much, and especially to Anna Michael, my right-hand woman. You were my friend before you became my VP, and I'm so thankful that we were able to work together this year. I could go on and on to show my appreciation for everyone, but at that rate, I would never graduate. Please know that without each of you, I would not be who I am, and SJA would not be what it is. If any of you know me, you know that I would stay at SJA forever if I could. I've been talking about how time moves too quickly since sophomore year. It makes my heart ache to know that in just a few weeks, I won't be at my second home anymore. Over these years, I have matured in my education, faith, and love for others. I thank all of you for letting me serve as your student body president. It's been such an honor. I have loved every single second, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I can't wait to see what you all accomplish here at SJA and after as well, and I will forever be a sticker. I love you all so much. Thank you. We will first hear from the candidates for the position of Communications Coordinator. Our first candidate is Charlie Fernandez.
Hey y'all, I'm Charlie Fernandez, and I have a story for you. So just imagine this. You're 6 years old, laying out on the lawn on a really hot summer day. You're wearing your grass-stained Justice romper and no shoes, enjoying your third glass of grape juice of the day. So imagine how shocked you would be if an 80-pound, big black hog charged at you in your own backyard. Your life flashes before your eyes. His tusks are all you can see. You can hear him closing the distance between you. You think, I'm not going to make it. This is it. Well, you do make it because you are me. That was my story, and here I am. Also, that pig was my pet pig. He lived in my backyard since I was born, and one thing about him was that he was brilliant. And to me, brilliant means banging on the back door and chasing me when you're hungry. This pig did exactly that. He communicated to me that he was hungry, and his methods worked. I've learned a lot about communication from that pig, and I've learned from his mistakes. I do not physically chase innocent children around their backyard when I'm hungry, but not afraid to shoot them a quick email. I have learned from that pig, and as my pig was constantly knocking at my back door, I want to be knocking through your inbox. Past Summer Lover 456's new Quizlet notification, past service hours due soon, just straight to your heart. I want to be there to tell you whose birthday it is, when it shortens schedule. I don't want to see you get a checklist because you forgot to wear your Oxford and Sperry's. And for those who think, Charlie, you can't do it, you're not capable, well, think again. I have a huge glass calendar above my desk where I organize all the school events in their own colors, and I keep my sister and mom in check with this calendar. And if I can keep them straight through the week, I definitely can help y'all through it too. I feel like I am extremely ready to take on the challenge of communications coordinator, and I think I can help all of you stay organized and make it through the school year with ease. All in all, I would like to thank my pig, who taught me communications as well as he did. And I think following in this pig's footsteps is a pretty good idea because he lived to be almost 23, and before 2015, no pig has ever lived to be that old. He found success in the Guinness Book of World Records, and I'm looking to find success just like my pet pig by being your communications coordinator. I'm Charlie Fernandez, and I would love your vote. Thank you.
Our next candidate is Lauren Quibido.
Before I start, I would just like to say, if a year ago you would have told me I'd be standing in front of you all today, I would have laughed. Growing up, I was a clean freak. Organizing and cleaning was my happy source. Also, at the age of 6, I got a bob. Not just any bob, a bob cut at the JCPenney at the Mall of Louisiana. Y'all, I am not kidding, this lady's hands like this. And it was her second week of work. So when I got home, I was in distraught. I was literally, y'all. My mom then walked in on me individually washing my 125 colors and putting them in color order by rainbow in a carousel. Then at the age of 8, I put all my books in alphabetical order by last name like they do at the library. Now my Outlook and my OneNote has folders within folders within folders within folders. I am personally someone who needs to know the 5 W's in 1 H. Why, when, where, who, and how. If elected, I would like to give you these answers to these 5 questions weekly. Other than my ability to stay organized, I also possess the ability to communicate well with others, whether it be in person or through email. This past year, I was given the opportunity to serve as freshman class president, and I enjoyed every second of it. Although COVID prevented us from some activities, I was always ecstatic when given a chance to send an email. I would take time in putting all those fancy fonts and bright colors just because I wanted to catch people's attention. Something that I've learned this past year as a freshman, or our sister Chris calls it a freshie, is that 1, SJA is the best school ever and nobody should ever have to leave. And I know you all agree because I've seen those tears on senior walk. And that in order to grow, you must be involved. Student council means a lot to me, and when joining, I finally became my very much talkative self and able to stand in front of you all today. I found myself and grew from then on. As communications coordinator, I will encourage you all to do the same. Some of you may be looking at me today and ignoring me because I'm younger than half of you, but I'm also taller than half of you, so ignore my age because I hope you all can grow as a person, just like I did by being involved. I hope you can all love it at SJ, and if given the chance to be your communications coordinator, I will send out emails to give you opportunities to love it the way just like I do. So please, don't forget to vote Lauren Quibita for communications coordinator. Thank you.
Next are the candidates for Secretary Treasurer. Avery Bruce is our first candidate for Secretary Treasurer.
Hello, everyone. I'm Avery Bruce, and today I would like to talk about a very significant time in my life, a very important day in history, the moment when I truly peaked in life, my preschool field trip. Let me set the scene. I was 4 years old, sitting in front of the mirror while my mom fixed my hair for the day. We were getting ready to go to the animal farm, and I truly thought this was going to be the biggest day of my life. Anyone who knew me when I was little knows that I had a signature look, a bow that was larger than my head. I know, every single one of you probably wore bows, but it was not just a bow. In fact, the most important part of this look, the part that would be a crime to leave out, is the slicked back ponytail. So slicked back that the only thing that saved me from appearing bald was the bow. However, today, I would just have to sacrifice all of that. Why? Because I was certain, and I mean certain, that if I showed up to the animal farm in a bow, the horses would eat it right off of my head. That's right, me, Avery Bruce, as a little preschooler, was worried that the horses on my field trip would eat my bow. My mom, heartbroken that I wanted to part ways with my signature look, reassured me that this would not happen. I tried and tried, but I soon gave up, letting her clip in my beloved bow. Fast forward 3 hours. I'm at the animal farm with my class, and my mom's a chaperone. We've seen chickens, ducks, goats, pretty much every farm animal except for the horses. As we make our way to the horse stables, I'm nervously walking in the back of the group. All I could think about was my bow, my very best friend, being swallowed whole by a horse. A horrifying thought. Once we finally arrive, I'm watching all of my preschool friends go up to the horses with absolutely no fear. I'm watching a girl in my class feed a horse when all of a sudden, something happens. Something that you will never guess. The horse bends down and eats the bow right off of my friend's head. I know, this sounds unbelievable, like I would be making it up, but trust me, I'm not. At this point, I look over to my mom. She's of course dying laughing, and all I wanted to say was, "I told you so." But of course, that would be rude. So like a nice little child, I humbly walked away, knowing in the back of my mind that I was right. Ever since this very important day in history, I've grown, and I now know the importance of standing up for what you believe in. As secretary, I would do just that. Stand strong in my faith, values, and beliefs, while also allowing those of a higher position to take a strong lead. I know that assisting those I work closely with is an important part of this job, and I believe I am fully prepared to do so in a way that is humble yet helpful. But more importantly, just like I bit my tongue that day on my field trip and refused to have the last word then, I will make sure I never have the last word when serving you. Your ideas, your suggestions, your hopes for this school come before mine. Though I knew what was coming at the animal farm, I'm not sure what's coming in the future. But I know this, at SJA, the best is always yet to come. And I want to be the one that leads us through the good times and the bad. So when you go to vote, remember me, the girl that knew from the beginning what was coming, the girl that was ready and prepared for what would await her. Vote Avery Bruce for secretary. Thank you.
We will now hear from Catherine Hardwin, our second candidate for secretary-treasurer.
Hey guys, I'm Catherine Hardwin, and I'm a sophomore that wants to be your secretary. SJA Student Council is the it club to me. It's a place where I find other hard workers and people who want to be involved in everything going on day after day after day on SJA's campus. I myself am a known hard worker, from projects to assignments to, of course, dressing up and getting involved in SJA, and overall just wanting to be a part of everything is the definition of my character. However, I want to tell a little story. Let me tell you. Freshman year, I know y'all all remember that. I was unbelievably nervous to come to SJA. Why, you ask? Because it's a big school. How many girls do we have on this campus? I'm gonna just say it's a lot. I was coming from a small middle school, and I barely knew anyone when I came on the campus my first day. And after that, I almost told my parents I never wanted to go back. I even considered telling them to let me transfer because I did not know if I could handle this new environment. However, just as I told you, I'm a hard worker. I also forgot to mention, I never want to give up. I'm a bit hard-headed. It's in the last name. I did not want my first day at SJA to be the way I thought about SJA for my whole life. So instead, I got up the next day, put on my big girl skirt and my Sperry's, of course. Can't forget those. I reached out to my teammates. I met at least one new person in each of my classes every day. I made a point to talk to others, and I made a goal for myself to learn people's names. I know that's important to a lot of people whenever you're told, hey, it's nice to see you again, insert your name, because people enjoy being remembered. Now you ask, what's happened after you did all of that? Well, I've met some of the most incredible girls I've ever met in my life. Thanks to just sticking out the first day and pushing forward. And I know that's hard for some people to push forward. My goal as your secretary will be to help students feel welcomed into our SJA community. I can do this as your secretary if you vote for me. Catherine Hardwin. Thank you so much.
Our next candidate is Anne Malloy Kimball.
Hey y'all, I'm Emily Kimball and I'm running for secretary. So a little backstory is in November, my cousin was proposed to. I was so excited she finally got proposed to. She, of course, asked her favorite cousin to be a bridesmaid. I was so excited to take on that role. One thing that comes with being a bridesmaid is the group chats. I know y'all know how dreadful these group chats can be. Immediately turning them on Do Not Disturb. These group chats never stop. They're ongoing, talking about the bachelorette trip, the bridal shower, the wedding day, and any other thing that comes along. As difficult as these group chats can be, and how fellow bridesmaids can be, the ultimate goal is to work together for one purpose, the wedding day. Just as I work together with my fellow bridesmaids, the secretary works together with SJA. Together they communicate with each other. Just like bridesmaids, we stickers work together to prepare for sporting events, fun days, challenge day, and much more. We collaborate as a team to accomplish goals important to us, even throughout hard times as I've seen through COVID. I believe communication throughout campus is very important. If you, like me, I will ensure I will work together with my fellow sisters to communicate information throughout the campus so we can accomplish our goals as sticker sisters. Thank you.
Our fourth candidate is Molly Ritter.
Hi everyone, my name is Molly Ritter and I'm running for secretary. Are you a big sister, maybe a little sister? Although I'm a big sister to my family, I think I'm also a bit of a little sister when it comes to everything else. I love being a leader and keeping things organized, but I also love to let loose and have some fun. A big sister has many qualities. She must feel confident in herself no matter what. She must defend and respect the ideas of others, as well as stay truthful to what is right. She must also take charge, stay organized, and show others that she cares for their ideas. As an older sister myself, I'm faced with the task of making sure my siblings are good and organized and ready to go for vacations and whatnot around the house. Here at SJA, I think of myself as a role model for freshmen and incoming 8th graders. When a younger student is confused or overwhelmed, I'm always ready to help them learn how to stay organized because I know exactly how they feel. A little sister also has many important qualities. She must be competent when working with others because she knows the person she's working with is trying to help her. A little sister also loves to let loose and have a little bit of fun. As a freshman, I was super nervous about how big the campus was, and I had no idea where to go on my first day. With the help of older upperclassmen, I was able to figure out where Spanish was. In the end, I became organized, and I was able to enjoy SJA for what it truly is. Sisters having fun while learning valuable life lessons along the way. As your secretary, I will make sure that things run smoothly and your ideas are taken into consideration. We are all sisters, and we must use this to our advantage. I consider each of you a sister, and I'm willing to listen to your ideas and attempt to put them in action while staying organized and confident. I'm not afraid to take a leap of faith for you and do what you think is right. So all sisters, big and little, we are all one. We must help each other and learn from one another while having a great time. I must finish with saying that we are all sisters by heart and stickers by choice. Please vote Molly Ritter for secretary.
Our last candidate for secretary treasurer is Jillian Sawyer.
Hi everyone, I'm Jillian Sawyer, and standing in front of you today is a little bit scary. And it kind of reminds me of this time when I was at Disney World's Hollywood Studios in line for the Tower of Terror. Some of you may know this ride, and some of you may have vivid memories like I do. But I was making my way to the front of the line, and I was kind of looking around like, I got this, I can do this. But then I started crying, and I had a panic attack. And I started having a tantrum so much so that this couple behind me came up and tapped me on the shoulder. But instead of complaining about how annoying I was, they actually gave me this amazing reassurance. And they reminded me that it was just a ride, that I could handle it, and most importantly, that I wasn't alone. Of course, my parents were there, but their reassurance sounded more like, we bought a fast pass, so you're gonna ride this ride. And to some of you, I am also a stranger, but I want to offer you the same guidance and the same reassurance like that couple offered to me. From being on student council for the past 2 years, I have learned to face my challenges and to work through my fears to find the best solutions. I have always been a great problem solver in sticky situations, and I have been able to maintain responsibility and organization when things get stressful. Being secretary to me isn't just being someone who sends out emails to the student body or who makes point sheets for student council. It's being a strong leader and representative for every single one of you. Whether it's bringing up suggestions to me or me hearing or asking questions about an upcoming school event, I want to be that leader and representative of every single one of you. So I hope that you consider Jillian Sawyer for your 2021-2022 secretary. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.
We will now hear the speeches for the office of Vice President. Reagan Angers is our first candidate for the office of Vice President.
Hello, SJA. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Reagan Andrews, and I'm running to be your student body vice president. Now, since my freshman year, I planned on delivering this speech with everyone's face in this gym, but now my face is on 100 different Epson boards in 100 different rooms, which is just really weird, but I'm gonna get through it just like the rest of this year. Today, I wanna tell y'all about one of the funniest but most terrifying experiences of my entire life. So a few months back, my friend and I decided it was time to go hunting. So we got in the car, we slept in a small cabin, we woke up at 5 a.m., we watched for deer for 4 hours, didn't see a single thing. After a very long morning, we were like, time to go. So we pack up the car, we hop on the highway in the middle of nowhere, and we're on our way. I'm in the passenger seat, we're singing some great music with the windows down, enjoying our lives. And then we look up and see it, a deer, dead ahead. We're going 80 miles an hour, and I swear to you, that deer and I made eye contact. Well, as Bambi and I lock eyes, we collide. Once again, 80 miles an hour. So this impact was absolutely brutal. The airbags were deployed, 911 was called, the paramedics were on the scene, the car was totaled, the works. It was insane, but y'all, I could not stop laughing. The irony that within the 4 hours I was in a deer stand, didn't see a thing, but then in broad daylight on Highway 90, I look up and see a deer. Absolute madness, but that's honestly the best way to sum up my life. As corny as it sounds, coming to SJA hit me about as hard as that deer. My freshman year was exciting, but chaotic and hectic, and the first thing that I turned to was student council. And let me tell you, I have loved every last second of it. I love planning events that everybody can get excited for. I love dressing up for fun days. I love the feeling I get before an SJA pep rally. I love SJA. And because of that, I want to make the biggest impact I possibly can on executive council. I'm asking for your vote so that we can make a great comeback from all of this year's chaos. Let's hit the gas and get ready for the best year yet, SJA. Prepare for impact, because next year is going to hit harder than that deer. Thank you.
We will now hear Elizabeth Usher's speech for Vice President.
Hi, everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Elizabeth Usher, but if you do know me, you know one thing about me. I love llamas. I love llamas so much. Everyone always asks me why I'm obsessed with them, why I love them so much, why they're my favorite animal is, and the answer is, I don't know. I just really, really, really like llamas. I've written not one, but 2 books about them. I have llama socks, a llama shirt, a tiny llama stuffed animal, llama pajamas, llama tape, llama sticky notes, llama sign, 2 llama notebooks, and I even have multiple pictures of me with llamas. So you may be wondering, what does this have to do with SJA? If you elect me, I will take the same time and energy that I put into my love for llamas and give it to you and our school. I will take every chance I get to make our school the best it can be, to listen to everyone's comments and concerns, and help make your experience here better. I'm extremely dedicated, hardworking, and I always give 100% in everything I do. I also love working with a group and talking to other people. I have many experiences working with a team, such as my 4 years running track in middle school, and being in our musical, Shrek Jr. So, I want to encourage you to save the drama for the llamas. For some of you, that last speech may have sounded very familiar. I wrote it about 3 years ago when I ran for freshman class representative. While my love for llamas hasn't changed, my love for St. Joseph's has grown so much more. When I first read that speech, I never realized how many joys and memories I would experience here with all of you. I had no idea what I was getting into. From dressing up for fun days, meeting new people, losing my voice at challenge day, to hugging my senior friends goodbye, late night studying for tests, and virtual school, I've loved every minute of it. As vice president, I want to share my love for the school with all of you. I make a promise to be the loudest singer during the alma mater, the most enthusiastic fan at every sports event, the most eager audience member during school productions, the most dedicated classmate during the school day, an approachable friend for everyone here, but most importantly, someone you can trust to help the future president and the administration in every way they need. I have leadership experience here at SJA, and I'm so grateful to have spent the last 3 years on student council. This experience has taught me how to be an active voice in my school, but also how to understand and address the concerns of the student body. I want to be not just an advocate, but a real sticker sister for all of you. I hope I can help you have just as great an experience here as I did. If you have any problemas, I'm always here. And thank you so much for being there for me. Vote Elizabeth Usher, VP.
Our third candidate for vice president is Anna Weber.
Okay, so picture this. You're standing in the glorious activity center, staring into an almost empty gym, looking into a camera, trying to persuade people to vote for you for student body vice president. Crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what I'm doing today. Hi, I'm Anna Weber, and I'm running to be your next student body vice president. Although this situation is not ideal, I'm going to make the most of it. Kind of like what we've all had to do this past year, make the most of it. As your student body vice president, I will work tirelessly along with your student body president to let your voice be heard by administration. For those of you that don't know me yet, I'll let you in on a little secret. My voice is always heard, even when you may not want to hear it. So let my voice be your voice. Let's work together to make a difference here at SJA and make this the best place for each and every one of us. I believe that I, along with the other members of Student Council, can guide our student body to achieve all of our goals. I promise, as your next vice president, to be a friendly face in the hall, a voice, and an advocate for each and every one of you. To quote my 2019 summer reading book, I Am Malala, when the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. Choose me to be that voice. Thank you for considering me for this position. I will not disappoint. So let's do this, ladies. Vote Anna Weber, Student Body Vice President. Thank you.
Lastly, we will hear speeches for the office of Student Body President. Vivian Dill is our first candidate for president.
Hi, everyone. I know you have all heard of the man, the myth, the legend, Bigfoot. He is a large, hairy creature who roams about the deepest, darkest parts of the earth that have yet to be discovered. Now, you may be wondering why Bigfoot has anything to do with you voting for me for president. Well, it turns out I have big feet. I cannot lie. My feet, they're big and they are beefy. I am Bigfoot. In fact, when I was in the 6th grade, I hit a size 10 and a half, a woman's 10 and a half. I admit I was a very disproportionate child. But enough of all of this oddly descriptive feet talk. Let's get into what these big feet can do for you. I'm gonna tell you how my feet can strut their way to your success. So you know what they say, the bigger your feet, the stronger and the sturdier your foundation. Since my feet are large and in charge, they form a foundation that keeps me standing. But the foundation that's more important to you is my experience, my leadership ability, and most importantly, my school spirit. My experience with leadership includes being on student council for the past 3 years, as well as serving as your communications coordinator on the executive board. Hashtag students, am I right? I was also the student body president of my middle school, which actually helped me to learn a lot about representing what you want to administration. And as for school spirit, I love to support our teams, and I found a new favorite way to do this through dancing on Red Steppers this year. In addition to these involvements, I've been a Challenge Day athlete for the past 3 years, and because of this, I am very passionate about Challenge Day, and I am determined to use my big feet to keep those little bears on their toes. After all, nothing can defeat my feet. And as your student body president, I will bring SJA a strong foundation. Together, we will make SJA the hype environment it's needed to be, and I am determined to inspire the student body to embrace their school spirit. But now to get serious, Bigfoot has no fears, so I will never overlook any problems on our campus. Instead, I will do everything in my power to solve them. There have been times during our high school experience where not everyone here has felt at home. Times like these have struck me and made me realize that we need to do everything we can to help each other and to be there for each other. And as your student body president, I want to be here for you. I love SJA with my whole heart, and I will put my best foot forward and work hard to build SJA a foundation of love and create an environment of equality and acceptance. I will work hard to make sure that on our campus, we truly are sisters. We've had a tough year. We've lost some school-wide events and forgotten how fun it is to get hyped for them. So on to that fun stuff. As your president, I want to serve you. I want to work together to bring each and every one of you out of this difficult year and into a new school year of prosperity and growth. Y'all get hype. Expect some pep rallies, dances, and a big win of a challenge day next year that more of you will be able to attend. After all, big feet means big steps forward. Now, I'm sorry if the feet talk was a little stinky, but I know I've got a strong foundation, and as your president, I believe that we can make SJAs even stronger. I'm Vivian Dill, hoping to be your student body president. Now go Stickers and vote Bigfoot. Thank you.
Our final candidate for president is Caroline Ruth.
Hi, so my name is Caroline Ruth, and I'm running to be your student body president for the 2021-2022 school year. So I'm going to start out with a story from when I was a little tot. It's a casual afternoon until my parents realized they could not find me anywhere. They searched all closets and corners of my house, under my bed, and outside. I mean, they were considering calling the police at this point, y'all. My dad screamed, "Karen, I found her," and laughed as he looked down at me sitting in the pantry. There I was, chowing down on some Oreos with a chocolate-stained face. I enjoyed every last bite of that cookie as my mom whipped out the camera and my dad stood hunched over laughing at me. Today, you can still find me enjoying any type of sweet, and SJA has surely been a sweet experience for me these past 3 years. I've had the amazing opportunity to serve on student council and hold the positions of freshman class president and sophomore class president. Through these roles, I participated in planning dances and fun days, competing on a challenge day team, getting involved in clubs, playing on the SJA soccer team, and creating so many more memories that I cherish. If I'm elected to be your student body president, rather than selfishly hide away in the pantry and hog all of the Oreos, I will be sure to work towards making sure that all stickers share in the same sweet experience I have had. Now, Oreos aren't the only thing you can find me munching on. Another sweet treat I enjoy are Baby Ruths. In a Baby Ruth, there are 3 layers: chocolate, caramel, and peanuts. The chocolate is the outer shell that holds the candy bar together and keeps everything connected. As president, I will be sure to efficiently communicate with the entire student body in order to keep everyone connected and updated about anything and everything SJA related. The next layer in a Baby Ruth is the ooey gooey caramel that by far has the best flavor and sticks with you. I want to hype up all SJA events, and I want this energy to stick with every student. Let's create fun memories and a flavor that is unforgettable through events like Challenge Day, pep rallies, class cup, and even making sure each day is the best it can possibly be. As you bite into the Baby Ruth, you experience a crunch that is life-changing. Next thing you know, you're chomping on some poppin' peanuts, baby. But it's not just one peanut that makes this Baby Ruth mouth-watering. It's the undeniable crunch from multiple peanuts in that one candy bar. We, as a student body, are the peanuts. I want to increase every student's involvement and bring us together to enjoy whatever next year has to offer. You can count on me to make sure that next year will be exceptional in countless ways. I promise to put my sticker sisters first and my sweet addiction second.
Remember to vote Baby Ruth for your student body president, the sweet choice.